Good evening, everyone. Hello and welcome to A Course of Love. I'm Teri Angel here with our Auntie Jean Lorio
Welcome, everyone. So glad you're here.
and Charlie Coons.
Hello and good evening, everyone. We're not 10 million for world peace, man.
No, we're not. We are A Course of Love.
Okay, so there we go. All
All
right,
right.
we got it
So
right now.
we are on chapter 19 and number 11. Let me get mine back up here. And my eyes are a little fuzzy, so I'll have one of you start us out, please.
All right, I'll start. My testimony, witness to your arrival, just as the scriptures witnessed to mine. Even while some of my words were distorted or misinterpreted, you can still revisit them and see that this is so. I did not proclaim myself to be above or different from the rest, but called each of you brothers and sisters and reminded you of your Father's love and of your union with Him. Your belief in your brothers and sisters will not be total, however, without the reunion of mind and heart that produces the state of wholeheartedness. This state is not achieved at all times by all those who believe in me, and perfection is not asked of you, as can be clearly seen from the records left to you. The apostles did not, in fact, achieve the state during my lifetime, for they looked at me as different and looked at me for power. Only after my resurrection did the Holy Spirit come upon them and reveal their own power to them by uniting mind and heart with belief. They were then reunited with me as they were united with the Christ. You thus must learn to see yourself as you see your brothers and sisters, and to place your beliefs not in differences, but in sameness.
I find that very interesting because that sentence, here we go. They were then reunited with me as they were united with the Christ. I thought this was supposed to be Christ speaking.
I think it is. I think he's just referring to they had a wrong impression of what the Christ was, the Israelites. Because they thought I think the term Christ is a symbol for the end of the prophecies of the seed. And I think that his apostles, just like most of the Israelites, in their way, they loved him, they followed him, but they didn't have the correct understanding of what the Christ was. And so he's using that word as, to me, and I may be way out there, but to me, he's using that word as a symbol for what the Christ was, the symbol of the end of the covenant, the symbol of the answer to all the scriptures. Now, I could be wrong about that, but I think, that, well, anyway, that's what I think. I believe
Okay.
that. I think that he was who he was. He was a person, he was a human, but
Mhm.
he was Christ's answer to the covenant, to the all the promises and prophecies. The Christ was the answer to all the prophecies that had been put in the Bible for hundreds and thousands of years. So
Okay. We'll go with that, Jean. Do you want to
Okay,
continue on number 13?
that's kind of scary. Okay.
Yeah, it was just confusing to me, so I didn't know if it confused
When I
anybody
first
else.
read it, it did to me too, but the idea came in my head right away what I thought it meant. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
In my
all
head or heart or wherever it comes. That's where I got it from. In order to do this, there is still one more layer to the unification of thought. And this brings up another reason for our reliance on the heart. Though, as you know it, it is an aspect of duality. It cannot be otherwise in your separate state. You must think in terms of I and them, death and life, good and evil. This is thought. Thought occurs in words, and words separate. Oh, that's so true. It is only in combining mind and heart with the focus on letting the heart lead that love can be combined with thought in such a way as to actually transcend thought as you know it. This transcension is a function of wholeheartedness. This is, in essence, why the greatest thinkers have not been able to decipher the riddle, the mystery of the divine, and why they conclude that God is unknowable. God is knowable from within the mystery of non duality itself. It would be impossible for you being to be a being that can yearn for knowledge of your creator without this knowledge being available. In creation, all needs are fulfilled the instant they become needs, which why there is no needs. If everything you need has been provided, having needs makes no sense.
Absolutely. That's why when we talk about manifesting things, it it doesn't do well to come from a place of need or even want, because that signifies that we don't have something. And this is saying that all needs are fulfilled the instant they become needs, which
Mhm.
is why there are no needs. I love this.
Yeah. Well, it's that we have to learn to live in a world of abundance instead of the world of lacking that we have always kind of felt. And if we did that, then we wouldn't have judgment. We wouldn't have a lot of the problems that we have now.
Yeah, exactly. Because
And
that's,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
yeah, because a need indicates the lack.
Exactly. Yeah. I love the sentence. I know you knew that when I read it. That um words that okay, thought occurs in words and words separate. I've
Word
always
separate.
said that. I hate
Mhm.
words. I don't like words. They
Right.
separate us.
Yeah. Yeah. And, that's a human thing to have words. When we talk to the Creator, when we talk and meditate and pray, there's really, Spirit doesn't hear our words, it hears our heart and the energy that we're putting out. So, yeah, I'm right there with you on that one, Jean. All right, shall we go on? All
huh?
Yes.
right. Philosophy applies thought to mystery, and that is why philosophy becomes such a muddle of words. It is difficult for you to accept that what you most need to know cannot be achieved through the same methods that you have used in order to know about other things. And increasingly, you are willing to exchange experience for secondhand knowledge and to believe you can come to know through the experiences of others. Interesting. Yet, in the case of coming to know what lies before you now, coming to know your own self, it is obvious that another's experience will not bring this knowledge to you, not even my experience. If this were so, all of those who read of my life and words would have learned what I learned from my experience. While many have learned much of others, this type of learning is but a starting point, a gateway to experience. I say this all the time. We share our experiences that we go through, but everybody's experience is unique. So, what you've been through, I can learn some things from you, but I can't fully get what you went through in that experience and your lesson in it. So each of us have our lessons, and they happen through the experiences that we go through. I just love how this is putting it very clearly for us.
Isn't that what we say about our children a lot?
Mhm.
That, we talk to them, tell them, well, this might happen or this will happen if you do that. And they never listen to us. Why?
Right.
Because they have to go through their own experience
They
to
do.
really believe
They have to touch the hot stove just to make sure that it's hot.
it. Right. That was my second word, was hot. I
Right.
touched the hot stove.
Okay, Charles?
Oh, you only read one, no?
I
I'll
read
go.
two.
Oh, are we on 16?
We are.
Okay. To think without thought or know without words are ideas quite foreign to you. And truly, while you remain here, experience beyond thoughts and words you will apply word and thought to. Yet love has often brought you close to a thoughtless and wordless state of being, and it can do so again as you join with your own self in unity. All that in love you have created and receive returns to its home in you and leaves you in a state of love in which the wordless and formless is very near. Your only concept of oneness is of a single form, a single entity. There is either one chair or two, one table or four. Your emphasis has been on quantity, and one is seen as less than any other number. Yet, on the other hand, when only one of anything exists, it is highly priced. God is thus, God do, at least in part to what you view as his singularity. You view those who worship many gods as primitive, although those who believe in a God I can't say that word.
Anonymous.
Synonymous with creation are closer to the truer picture of God than those who view God as a solitary figure. Still, oneness and unity go together. The unity of creation being part of the oneness of God, and the oneness of God part of the unity of creation. A mind trained by separation can have no concept of this, as all concepts are born from the mind's separate thought. Yet this same mind could still conceive of a creator, A mind that can conceive of a creator combined with a heart that yearns for knowledge of and union with. That creator can bypass the need of the separate thoughts of the separate one's thought system. But you must be trained to do this. Thus your training begins with prayer. So they want us to stop praying.
Praying always. In the scriptures, it says pray without ceasing. And I don't think they're talking about staying on your knees 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, but in your heart to be constantly praying and reaching out to God.
Yeah, and getting in that stillness and that state of that godly state.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jean?
Well, I was just wondering, he's always in my thoughts. He never leaves my thoughts. Very rare occasions, like I see a car crash or something, but usually I say, "Oh God, I hope no one's hurt." But I wonder if that's the same as praying constantly, that he's always in your thoughts.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. Because you're connecting with him.
Right. This is a long chapter, you guys.
It is a long chapter.
I'm glad.
But we're almost done with it. We're almost
No, you're
done.
not, Jean. I was just flipping ahead of this page, and there's like
one more page.
One more page.
we're on 18. We're going through 24.
So we'll finish it Monday. Okay. Let Chris in.
It's really only one numbered page, but it is a lot of little paragraphs.
Yeah. There's some long paragraphs in this one.
Yeah.
All right, so let me mark it so I know where we're at.
And we got a late start today.
Yes, we did.
This is about the third or fourth time that he's made this statement. Thus, your training begins, or now you're starting your training, or now you're finally going to understand. So, to me, that shows the importance of this book.
Yeah.
That this book must be terribly valuable for our, for our progress.
It's a textbook. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Hi, Chris.
Okay.
Hello.
Oh, by the way,
you got your book.
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
So beautiful. I haven't read any of it yet, except just to flip through it. But, it's so beautiful.
Oh, I'm so glad you got it.
Me too. I can read it tonight. Before I go to bed, I can read it.
Awesome. All right. Well, we are changing our hats.
Yeah.
And the first chant that we're going to do is scrolling across the screen, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. So, Jean, would you please share how we do this?
Yes, I will. Okay, we chant Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha 108 times. This is the traditional number. We do it a little different in that we chant the first three slowly and we make declarations in between. And then we follow up with the 108. So what we're going to do with this one is we're going to open our minds and hearts to make room by releasing all the negative barriers and blockages. So we are declaring that we are releasing, removing all the obstacles. Nam Myoho
Gana Pataye
I'm on
Namaha.
the wrong chant. I said the wrong chant. I said Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Okay.
None of you caught it. That's okay. The next thing we're removing is all the barriers. Om
Om
Gam
Gam Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha. And the last thing we're removing is all the illusions. And with those illusions, we're removing sickness and we're removing allergies that are happening right now. Nam Myoho.
Om
Did it again.
Gam
Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Om
Om
Gam
Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om
Om
Gam
Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam
Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam
Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Om
Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye
Namaha. Om
Namaha.
Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
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 Gam
Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam
Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam
Gam
Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha. Om
Om
Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha. Om
Om
Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha. Om
Om
Gam Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Ganapataye Namaha. Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha. Om
Om
Gam
Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha. Om Gam
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om Gam
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha. Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha. Om
Om
Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha. Om
Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha. Om
Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Om
Om
Ganapataye
Gam
Namaha.
Ganapataye Namaha.
Let's take a moment to go into our hearts and to welcome in our Shoshana. And yes, we have missed you so much. Thank you for joining us tonight. So let's breathe into our heart center, focus on love. Most of all, focus on freedom, because that's what this chant shows us. It shows us that we are free from anything that might even try to keep us from our Creator. We are not separate. We are part of the oneness of all that is. So let's bring our attention back to our breathing, and we're invited to come back to that place in our hearts so that our collective energy of mindfulness will bring us together as an organism, going as a river with no more separation. Let the whole of the chanters breathe as one body, chant as one body, listen as one body, and transcend the boundaries of a delusive self, liberating from the superiority complex, the inferiority complex, and the inequality complex. Let's keep all of that in mind and chant together this next chant. It's like, I believe it is all of our favorite chants. Of all there is. Jean's already been trying to do it.
I know.
It is Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Jean, would you talk about that, please?
I sure will. I must have been very anxious for it. This is the most beautiful chant. It brings in the miracles and it brings in the love. And there are over 14 million people around the world who chant this every day. And I am just so thrilled to be one of them. And we all are. So we're going to keep that in mind as we begin our chant. We're going to do it the same way as the first one. It's 108 altogether, but the first three are going to be a little slower so we can make declarations. Okay, we are saying declaring that we are accepting, aligning, allowing, and we are awake finally. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Second, we are declaring that we are happy, that we are healthy, that we are free from the ugliness of war and the ugliness of violence. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. And since we are declaring that we are living in peace and harmony, and together we are free of the suffering and the illusions of this world. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Myoho
Nam Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Nam
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo. Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo. Nam
Nam Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo. Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge
Renge Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Ho Renge Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho Renge
Nam Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Kyo. Nam
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Myoho
Nam Myoho
Renge
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Myoho
Nam Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Let's go back into our hearts with the breath. Just breathe right into your heart center. This chant of Nam Myoho Renge Kyo brings in an essence of love right to our very core. And when we're filled with that unconditional, beautiful love, we just want to give it back. We just want to shout it out and share it as much as we can, as far and wide as we can. So we start with giving gratitude and honoring our Creator who made us out of love and who fills us with that unconditional love. So every night we chant Om 3 times. Om is the cosmic sound of God. And then after that, we'll stay in our hearts for just a moment as we share that love out with the world. So take a breath in, and you're invited to join us for the chanting of Om. Hold that energy in your heart. Just feel it so strongly. That is what we are. That is our essence, is pure love. So just take all of that in. Take in the gratitude for the way you're feeling right now. And we're going to send it out all together as a big wave of energy going into our world, going into every inhabitant, all animals, all of nature, the trees, the mountains, the rocks, the fields, the waterways. So as we send this wave forward, just hold in your heart an intention as it goes out from you, maybe an intention for more peace in our world, an intention for everyone to be seen and acknowledged and heard. So let's do this all together by breathing in, and on the out breath, just release it and let it go. And just let it do what it's going to do, which is go into the world and create a shift in the energy. Om Shanti Shanti. Om Peace. Peace.
Peace.
Peace. May there be peace in our hearts, peace in our homes, and peace in our world. Om Shanti. And we feel it every day. We feel that there is more and more and more peace in our world. And we make a declaration about that every night. And we're going to ask our Christine to please count us down so we can do this together.
I am Mayano. We the swear that peace on earth and be with kind to everyone else, please, and care for others, please. 1, 2, 3.
We declare that there is peace on earth, and we
And we
declare
declare that
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 peace begins
begins
inside of us.
inside of us.
I choose to
Choose
see
to see
only
only
light
light
and
and
love,
love forever and ever.
always.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. And yes, we've been doing this as a group, and the group is known as the
Peace.
Peace
For
for
peace.
Yes, we are the Peace for Peace, and the Peace for Peace have been doing this for 1,425 days now.
Oh,
The dog
goodness.
You woke somebody up, Charlie.
Woke the
Yeah, I
doggies up.
miss Sunny. That's a big problem.
Yes, we are the Peace for Peace. And today we were honored by our shining P coming in. Shoshana, I'm so glad you were here today. And I wonder where Marlene is. Hi, Marlene, wherever you might be.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you tomorrow. And Gracie, wherever you are,
You're
darling, we
too.
love you. We pray for your safety. And all the other P's in the room we have our beautiful sweet pea, Chris,
Hello,
and we
everyone.
have our marvelous and charming Charlie P, and we have
Hello, evening.
and we have Auntie Jean P, and then we have our Mama P, who started it all. And the Queen is not here today. Oh, she's at the other house, isn't she? Oh, she's at Ruth's house. Ruth is the, what would you call it? The director of.
She's the founder of Enlightened World
She's the
Network.
founder and director of Enlightened World Network. Wonderful, beautiful person. And I know some of you know her. She's just marvelous. Anyway, we are the P's, and we're going to ask you to become a P too, because all we do is bring in peace and love to the world. And what better thing can you do with your life than do that? We also, let us ask you the question though. So grateful. Oh, I love you, Shoshana. If you want to, please come in. You can come in the room, you can come in the chat room. We want more and more and more peace. And so we're asking you, wouldn't
Would
you
you
like
like
to
to
be
be a
a
P
P
too?
too? Obviously, the dog has heard about my
Dogs want to be
singing.
peas. They're doggy peas.
Doggy P.
Peace. Yeah.
We would like to invite you to another beautiful session every day at 111. That's
Eastern.
Eastern time. And it is a meditation. It's not chanting, it's a meditation. And we all get together, put our energy together, and send peace and love to the whole world, but especially to world leaders who really are making the decisions that might change our world to something beautiful. And I think they're starting to get the idea. I feel that, that it's making a difference. So please come. We would very much like you to come. And there's all kinds of beautiful things. Right away, I better tell you, it's only 7 minutes, so you won't think it'd be a whole big program. But our beautiful Mama P, and we'll call her our Queen of Peace, even though she doesn't have her crown. She's going to tell you more about that. So I'm going to turn it over to her. And thank you guys for coming. Oh, good. Chris came back. I thought she was gone.
She
No.
disappeared for a moment.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jean. Those were beautiful words. Yes, as Jean said, every day we meet at 1:11 Eastern Time and do a 7-minute guided meditation, bringing us into an inner peace state, as well as sending out peace to the world and to our world leaders. We'd love for you to join us for that. You can go to 10millionforworldpeace.org and sign up to be a part of us. You'll get a newsletter, a blog, podcasts, and a recorded guided meditation that I have presented as a gift to you for signing up with us. And the first Saturday of each month, we do a healing circle. It lasts for about an hour. It starts at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and that's coming up the first Saturday in May. Can you believe we're going into May? Unbelievable. Anyway, we would love for you to join us, and thank you for being here tonight. Susanna, it is so good to have you back with us. We really did miss you a lot, and we'd asked about you every day and sent you blessings of love and light. I also want to send love out to our Karen, who has been AWOL from us for a little bit because of not having the internet service and connection where she is. So we're going to leave you with so much love and blessings for a wonderful night or day or whatever it might be where you're at. So thank you for being here. And we leave you with
Namaste.
Namaste,
Hey,
y'all.
you all.
Bye. We love you. Bye,
You see what
everyone.
Shoshana said?
Good evening.
Uh,
True
true
crowns are
crowns are
invisible.
invisible.
Always sees yours.
Thank you for always seeing mine, Shoshana. It feels like it's always there because I'm just a
Yeah.
reflection of all of you. You're all royalty. I love you so much. Bye.